And welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my 1-month update on my Petite Project Pan. I will try very hard to remember to put a card up here or at least link it in the description box below for the starting point of all this. But if you haven't seen that video or just want to skip it entirely, basically this is just sort of a panning project that I've created for myself. I've put a 2-month limit on it, subject to change if I feel like doing so at the end of the 2 months, but basically, it's just picking 20 items, focusing on them for 2 months and seeing where that gets me. So I'm going to be doing an update. Just because I'm doing an update, I'm not going to be doing full thoughts and reviews on all of these items or else we're going to be here forever, but there's been a little bit of an evolution in terms of the project. I will explain it as we go through, but I don't really want this to be a huge, long, drawn-out video. So let's get right into it. I'm going to give you some updates first on the items that are still going strong, show you where we're at with those, and then I'll move into the items that I have finished and what I have done in relation to those. So first up, in no particular order, let's talk about the MAC Fix Plus. You can see here I've already gone ahead and marked it with the marker. So this is where we were when I began at the beginning of January, and here is where we are now. I fully anticipate that I'm going to finish this by the end of February without any difficulty. Next up is the Aqualia Thermal Serum from Vichy. And you can see again here I marked it originally at the beginning of January, and here is where I'm at now. I will say very briefly, I'm not a big fan of this product. It leaves my skin feeling very sticky and tacky, and it's not a sensation that I enjoy. So while I was going gung-ho for the beginning of January, I have slowed down with my use, so I'm not convinced that I'm going to finish this within the next month, but I will continue working away at it. We'll see where we get, and then I will decide if I'm going to keep it or just part ways with it at that point. Next up is a cheek product. This is from Nude Sticks. It is one of their all-over face color sticks in the shade Sweet Peach Peony. It's a really pretty burnt apricot kind of color, and that is all that is left there. I didn't write down, I didn't mark them on a sheet of paper or anything to show where the starting point was, but it had been largely unused when I did start using it, so that makes no sense. But it was largely unused when I started this project, so I think I've made very good progress with it, and as you can see, there's really not that much left to it. I have been enjoying it though, and I'm considering repurchasing a full size of this when this is all said and done. And then we have a MAC lipstick. This is in the shade Brave. It's one of their satin lipsticks, and this is what is left at this point. Just a bit of a nub in there. And again, I have been enjoying this product. I do find it difficult to commit myself to just one lipstick over and over again. But this does make a very good option for the work day, so this is the one that I carry around in my purse and take to the office with me, so I do get a lot of use out of it outside of filming and outside of the weekend, because that's where I usually tend to do more fun makeup, if I do makeup at all. I have a brow gel here. This one is from Essence. It's their Clear Lash and Brow Gel Mascara. It doesn't look like I've made any progress, and I think I just marked it incorrectly, to be honest, at the beginning of the month. Because I have used this every day in January, there should be some discernible difference, but there isn't. So I don't know what's going on there, but I'm going to continue using it and see where we are in another month's time. The other product that I'm using on my brows to go with the gel is from Pop Beauty. It's all wiped off. I can't see what this thing is called, but it's just a brow pencil. I'll just wind it up so you can see what is left. So that's where we're at. Again, I didn't measure them on a piece of paper, so I don't really know where we were starting with this, but I have been using it every day. It's not necessarily my favorite product in the world, but I don't have any major complaints against it. I just prefer a tinted brow gel, one step, done. But hopefully I can use it up in another month and then it's out of my collection and I don't have to worry about it anymore. I have a couple more pencil products that I'm still continuing to work away on. One of them is a lip pencil from Charlotte Tilbury. This is in the shade Pillow Talk, and here is what is left of it. This was just a deluxe size sample to begin with, so it wasn't a full pencil, but how I sort of mark it, I guess at this point, is that the lid covers all the way up to the eye on lip cheat. I'm not sure if it'll show up, but that's sort of where we're at. Also, pardon the nails, they're chipping like a mother over here. Another pencil, this one is from Makeup Forever. This is their artist pencil in dark brown, and it's actually coming out of the tube at this point, so I can actually show you exactly what's left, and it's just that little tiny bit right there. So as I'm applying it to my eyes, it typically does stay in the tube, so that's good, but once it starts falling out of the tube, I'm just going to throw it away because I'm not going to accidentally stab myself with an empty cartridge thing. But I'm very excited that it's almost done because I've had that for years, and holy crap, it's a product that just never dies. So it's nice to see that it's almost at the end. Lastly, not necessarily a pencil, but this is a liquid eyeliner, also from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Feline Flick. It's just a felt tip liner, black, nothing too particularly exciting about it. It is getting down to the last legs. I can tell just in terms of application, it's not particularly liquidy anymore. It's still workable, but I think within another month it's going to be all said and done, which is good because I don't like this liner. I really don't. I do regret this purchase, but it's functional, just certainly not my favorite. 3 more items that are still kind of going strong here. So one is from Makeup Forever. This is the Pro Sculpting Palette. If you will recall from the initial video, I'm just working on the contour shade over here, and I have made some very good progress with that. I had already hit pan when I started, but I've cleared out like that bit over here and along the side, and it's still going strong. I have no issues in using this product. It's not dried out or anything like that, despite the fact that it's probably a good 2 or 3 years old. I really do like this product. I don't necessarily want to keep the rest of the palette. It's really just the contour shade that I really like. The blush is also very pretty, but the contour shade is where it's at for me in here, and I wish it came in a single. Even as a cream product, don't tend to gravitate towards cream products, although I'm starting to shift in that direction. But this one, the shade is just perfect. I'm wearing it today. It gives a very natural looking shadow on my face, but I don't want to replace like the entire palette just for that one shade, but I wish they'd come out with it in a single. A bronzer that I'm working on is a mini sample here from Benefit. It is Hula Light, and I have hit pan on it. There's just a little scratch of pan there, but exciting nonetheless. I am going to continue working on this. As I said in the initial video, this shade, although it doesn't look like it would show up as a bronzer at all, it does on my skin tone, particularly at this time of year. This does not show up on my skin in the summer when I have a lot more of a tan going on, but at this time of year, this one is perfect for me, so I want to get as much use out of it now as I can. Finally, there is the foundation that I'm working on. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Hydrate and Smooth. It's in shade 120. I hadn't marked it at the beginning because it was pretty much full, but you can see where I have worked my way down to. I don't think that I'm going to get this finished by the time this project ends at the end of February, but I am really enjoying using this foundation, and while it is set to expire in March, depending on how much is left over, I might just finish it out and be done with it. Now, when I started my project, I put 2 lip products in it, so like lip balm kind of deals. One was from Lana Lips. This is the 101 ointment, the multi-balm in strawberry. That one is finished and complete, but I am still working on the other one here. This is the Ciate Watermelon Burst Hydrating Lip Oil. You can see where it was when I started and where it is now. It is dang near done, but I really like this product. It is not long wear at all, but I really do enjoy this product. They have come out with some new shades flavors. I'm not sure. It's super sheer. It does not show up that color on my lips at all. So the new shades that they have, I don't expect that they're going to produce much color on the lips either, but it's exciting to see that they are expanding this line because I really do like this product. All right, and now we're going to move into the items that I have finished. So I did say at the beginning that there was a bit of an evolution in terms of where this project is heading. When I did it originally at the end of 2019, when I finished a product, it was out of the project and we were done. So I started with 20. As I finished them, that number dwindled. What I've done this time, because there is another full month to go, as I have finished, I have replaced it with a similar product. So it's sort of a rolling project pan, if you will, but I'm still at this point looking at ending it at the end of February. So let's start off with concealer. So I did finish up the, oh my God, I always say it wrong. I cannot do it. Tarte Shape Tape. I always call it Sharp Tape. I don't know why, I always call it Sharp Tape. Regardless, it is done. I don't know if you can see in there, but there is nothing left to be had from there. I've even been using it off of like the stick of the wand, and it is done. This has been the longest lasting concealer ever. I've had it for probably 2 years, which means it's probably super unhygienic, but it is finally finished. So what I have done is I have replaced it then with this concealer, and this is the, oh gosh, what's it called? The Derma Blend, is that what it is? Why do they not have their product name on here? Yes, Derma Blend Quick Fix Concealer. It's a stick concealer, and I'll just show you how much is, there's a hair on there, good Lord, how much is left in the tube. I will say it is not my favorite concealer, but it's probably, after the Sharp Tape, the one that I've owned the longest. So I do want to focus on it and clear it out because otherwise it's just going to go really bad and start smelling gross, and then it's going to be unusable. So I may as well get my money's worth out of it and try to focus on it. The setting powder that I included in this project was pretty much done when I started to begin with, but now it is completely done. So there is nothing but pan, baby, nothing but pan. So what I have done is replaced it with the Catrice Banana Powder here. I do not like this powder all over my face because it is way too mattifying, but I do like it under my eyes because of that banana hue to it. So I find that it does just brighten things up under my eyes a bit. And although it's matte, it kind of just all blends in with everything else anyways. When I put it all over my face, it just, I don't know, it just makes it look like I've like face tuned my entire face, which doesn't sound like necessarily a bad thing, but it just, in real life, it just looks weird. On camera, I look flawless, but I'm not on camera all day, every day. So I do have to function in the real world, and this just doesn't look good on my skin all over in real life. So I'm just using it under my eyes and then rotating through some of my other powders to set the rest of my face. Those aren't included, but this one is, simply because I don't really love it. So I'd like to use it and then be done with it. I had started off with the Too Faced Damn Girl mascara in here, and it is now to the point where it is so sticky and dry that I know it is done. So I have replaced it and put one in from Tarte. This is the Lights Camera Lashes. Again, just a mini deluxe size sample, but I'm trying to look through the ones that I think I've had the longest and give those the attention first. So that's why I've included this one. I had included a perfume in this, and that was from Versace. It was Bright Crystal. I love this perfume. Love it. If I ever buy the full size of it though, I will buy the Eau de Parfum, not the Eau de Toilette, because it's really not long lasting at all, and I'm just not about carrying a backup of perfume with me and like touching up throughout the day. That's just not part of my life. So I finished that one. I do have 2 little tiny samples of the same scent, so I'm going to work on those. If I was able to finish this in a month, I don't think I'm going to have any problems finishing these, but if I do finish them, then I'll just pull in, I have like a million of these little samples. I'll pull in some other scents and start working on those ones. Now, primer, I had included the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. This is the pore minimizing one. I could cut the plastic and dig probably another 1 or 2 uses out of here, but to be honest, I'm not that dedicated and I'm not going to do that. So I've squeezed out as much as will squeeze out of here. So this one, I am considering it to be done. So then I pulled in the MAC Prep and Prime. This is the Natural Radiance one. And I've also finished this. So what I am working on now is from Shu Uemura. This is the Pore Eraser Under Base Mousse. And it comes in a little can like this. And it is very much like a hair mousse. So it just comes out and it's all, so a little bit goes a long way. There's, I'm gonna guess at least like half of this is still left, just from weight and feeling it move around. Again, not my favorite product, but certainly not the worst thing I've ever used. It is a little awkward in application, so I actually just like pump it onto this little brush here and then use that to move it around. But it's one that I would like to get the use out of because I can't remember the cost of it, but regardless, I paid money for it and it's been sitting in my drawer for ages, so I'm going to use it up. That's the plan at any rate. Now, finally, I had a highlighter in here and I said I just wanted to hit pan on it, but that I didn't think that I would within the 2 months. Well, what do I know? Because I did. So this is Champagne Pop from Becca. And as you can see, I have hit pan. And there's still like a really good dip going on around that. So I really could expand that pan if I wanted to, but because the initial goal was just to hit pan, I've brought in another highlighter. This is from Stila. It's the Heaven's Hue highlighter in Kitten. And I have not hit pan on this one. And I don't know that I will, but I have been working on it. I'm mainly focusing just down here, just because that's where the biggest dip already is. And it is pretty much, I don't know if it'll show up that way. It is pretty much flat, although there's a little bit more product on this side than there is down here. But I also like to layer the two of them and just build up the intensity using the two highlighters. So I've kept this one within easy reach to use in conjunction with the one from Stila, but that's what I'm doing with these ones at any rate. And that is it. Those are all 20 items and sort of where I'm at with them now and where I want to be in another month's time. So thank you for watching. Goodbye. No, just kidding. Okay. I'm very excited to have finished up as many products as I have, and I'm just kind of going easy on myself for the next month, focusing primarily on the original products, not so much the ones that I've brought in as replacements, but if I manage to make any serious headway with those products, I will be incredibly happy about that as well. But that's it for today. If you're doing any sort of projects, I'd love to hear about it down below and sort of what keeps you motivated and all that good helpful stuff. Let me know because I get bored very easily. And with that, I'm going to wrap this video up. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I will see you in my next one. Until then, just be a decent human being. Bye for now.